Mandala Capital is a private equity firm that focuses on sustainable and scalable investments in the food value chain across India and Southeast Asia. Our investments really cover the three big megatrends of our generation, which is emerging markets growth, food trends, and impact trends. Ironically, the food sector is heavily underinvested on absolute terms as well as relative terms, especially when you compare it to the percentage of GDP contribution as well as the number of people employed in agriculture globally. Part of this is because the sector remains heavily in private hands, offering less opportunities for the public in general to invest. We're seeing increasingly a focus on sustainability and impact. We're seeing erratic weather patterns, we're seeing soil degradation, water scarcity issues, and all of this is affecting not just the food supply chain, but it's also affecting life in general. These are big trends that need to be addressed. The food and agriculture sector is really at the center of addressing these changes.
Compared to the other emerging markets, India is huge. It's the second largest market in the world. And yet, compared to China, it's like 30, 40 years behind. China has gone through that really hockey stick curve. India has not gone through it. So we think that it's India's time. Southeast Asia, if you look at individual markets, maybe not so exciting. But together, if you look at the ASEAN district and really the emerging markets, you're talking about 600 million population.
Mandala Capital has a very operational approach to looking at companies. We've developed a playbook that really describes our strategy, and there's 4 key components to the playbook: thesis development, deal creation, deal structuring, and value through operations or business transformation. We've always believed that backing strong business models and growing these companies in a scalable and sustainable way is going to eventually create better outcomes for all the stakeholders involved. Thesis is really us trying to identify the right areas within a very large food and agri value chain. Deal creation is us spending significant amount of time with companies to understand where there is a deal. Deal structuring is where we spend significant time with the various stakeholders to find the right structure so that we can achieve win-win outcomes. And value through operations or business transformation is transforming the business and adding significant value post-investment to really create value again for all stakeholders.
We like to focus ourselves on outrageous results. We want to always look at what we call analysis of extreme. We work with the CEOs and the promoters, everything from helping in their processes to giving them strategic advice. We will even look at things like the results will come from improving productivity through use of technology. Because of our access to worldwide networks that we have, it is easy for us to bring the right people in the right place to leverage all that skills for our company.
I think Mandala is very patient relationship we cultivate for years before giving them the term sheet, because it's getting to know about the party involved. When we are structuring the deal, we are more flexible. When we first evaluate the deal, we will look at the P&L algorithm. I'll look at what is the fundamental economics, basically from your sales all the way to your GP. If it's an existing operating company, we will agree in the first 100 days to come up with a strategic plan. Usually it's a 3-year strategic plan. We will work through all the numbers, starting from the first SKU all the way up to revenue.
Our goal is to be very holistic in our impact and to impact all parts of the value chain in the best possible way. All the way from the inputs, so the upstream, all the way to downstream, which is the consumer. One of the big influences of my life has been my grandfather, Dr. B.R. Barwale, who founded Mahiko, which is today one of India's largest seed businesses. He was a pioneer in the food and agri space, not only because he created a great business, but because he helped develop a very sustainable, scalable business, always with the farmer in mind first, and with looking after the rural community. He also had a philosophy of giving back greatly. My own experiences watching that has been that successful businesses need to have these ingredients in order to achieve better outcomes. And this is the philosophy we follow at Mandala. Our long-term vision at Mandala Capital is to continue to invest heavily in the sector, to continue to back great teams and entrepreneurs, and to create sector champions, and to do all of this in a sustainable and scalable way so that we create better outcomes for all stakeholders.